Gemini, welcome to your reading. So I'm going to start here with your current energy. Find out what's happening in your world. Ooh, geez. Let's see if we can get one card on what you need to focus on. Tell me about your past. And your near future. What else do you need to know? And your potential outcome. Very interesting, Gemini. There's some sort of transformation happening here. Your energy is not that strong, but your cards are. The energy that I'm getting from your cards versus just you, trying to tap into you as a collective. I can see here, this is the transformation, King of Cups. Your heart, there's something here about your heart. You are Gemini, you're an air sign. Air signs are very intellectual and very focused on the mind and how do I ration and reason my way through any situation. And there is this transformation that's taking place that is more about your heart space. What is it that you need? What kind of affection do you need from another person in a romantic relationship? What kind of love do you need from your friends, your family, your coworkers even? Because as much as we sit there and say, oh, they're just coworkers, they're not though. They're more than that because you spend so much of your time with these people that they do almost become like family. I mean, I've definitely had jobs where I felt like my coworkers were more like family. I could tell them anything. They were always there for me, that type of energy. And so in thinking things through from that perspective, it's not an intellectual, what do I need? It's an emotional, what do I need? That's the transformation that I feel like is taking place for you. So much so that when you start to reconsider love, this here, so what do you need? What do you need to feel emotionally fulfilled? This is it. This is where your head is right now. And it's really where your heart is. It's focusing on your heart. It's trying to align your head and your heart. What are those kind of bare necessity, whatever, things that you need in order to feel like you're loved? Ten of Cups here in reverse is, this feels like a lot like shattering some sort of illusion here. The universe is trying to shift the way that you've approached things in the past. Because you are always taking things from an intellectual space. You thought you were taking it from a heart space, but it was an intellectual one. We need to close out that cycle. Here in the past, Three of Pentacles. So this is the work that you would have put into all of your relationships in life, in all areas of your life. And it was, okay, well, I'm approaching this from a teamwork standpoint and from an intellectual standpoint. But again, this is like shifting and really focusing on your emotional needs. We have the Strength card showing up in your strength position. I do love that because this transformation is not going to be an easy one. It's not, I mean, transformations never really are because they take us out of our comfort zone. And that's really where you are. I have the Five of Pentacles showing up in reverse in your near future. So this is about, if you've been resisting changing anything about the way that you approach all of your connections with anybody in your life, you're going to put that to, I can't even speak. You're going to put that down. You're going to put it to the side and start approaching things differently. Yeah, now I can get words out. This is that clarity around what it is that you're looking for. Again, you've always favored your head over your heart. Always. You've always taken things from that intellectual standpoint. Is this somebody that I could be with forever? Is this somebody who has a title or some sort of level of authority that I've been looking for? Does this person kind of meet those needs outside of romance? And so you never really gave a lot of credence to what that meant from a heart fulfilling standpoint. Does this person really, do I get excited to see this person, to hear this person's voice, to spend time with him or her? Is that where your heart space is? Ace of Wands, this is the part that you've always been unwilling to sacrifice. It's the passion. It's your own passions. It's your own hobbies and interests here. Which is why you've given so much thought into the type of person that you're looking for, is because you want to make sure intellectually you're on the same page. But there's more to it than just that. And that has been your primary, if not only focus, at least in recent years, maybe even longer than that. King of Wands in reverse, sitting in your potential outcome position. So this is, again, with this Wands energy, I'm picking up a lot of your own interests and hobbies and things along those lines. And so it feels like you're shifting your mindset here. This is part of this transformation that you're going through. Interesting, because I don't actually have the transformation card down here, but I am getting that energy from it, from just the kind of collective of your cards. Tell me about the Ace of Cups with the Four of Pentacles for Gemini. Nine of Wands. So as you're going through this transformation process, you're not really open to just kind of maybe seeing what's out there, or really being open to establishing a connection. It feels a lot like this is a learning for you. This is your journey. And until you're far enough along in your journey to be vulnerable, you're just not going to be open to it. Because it's outside of your comfort zone. And so until you feel comfortable again, you're just not there. So with the 10 of Cups in reverse, I've got the 5 of Cups. Interesting, because the 5 of Cups also talks about perception. And so in the past, your perception of what would make you happy is no longer working for you. And so you have to shift your mindset and adapt. The good news is that as an air sign, you are adaptable. I mean, as a Gemini, probably not so much, but as an air sign, I got the 3 of Pentacles with the 3 of Pentacles. So this actually could be related to somebody from your work specifically. You could have had a romantic relationship with somebody at work, and maybe that's something that didn't work out for you. So take that as it resonates. But what I'm getting is that you've been in connections where both people wanted to put in the effort here, but it just doesn't feel like you were necessarily on the same head and heart page. Tell me about the Strength. So I have the 8 of Wands in reverse. Oh, I got slow burn. This transformation is not necessarily going to go as fast as you would want it to go, but it is going to move in the direction that you want it to move in, as far as finding that more emotional fulfillment in your life. It is going to take some time to get there. Tell me about the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. 7 of Wands. Yeah. Again, with this 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands energy, there's a lot of kind of closing yourself off, not allowing anybody really to come in until you're at a point where you're ready for that connection or reconnection. Tell me about the King of Swords. We have the Devil energy. Interesting. I'm going to speak to that in a second, because what really struck me was the artwork. So the 2 of Cups in reverse, 3 of Cups. You might have really enjoyed the types of connections that you've had with other people, because again, intellectual. These were intellectual connections. You're an intellectual sign. So you really connected with people on a mind-to-mind standpoint. But that was actually really caging you in. That's the artwork that I'm focused on in this card right here, this Devil card. So this is, you really compartmentalized how you view relationships, and there's this encouragement to kind of expand. There is more than just the intellectual. You can have the intellectual with the emotional. They are not mutually exclusive. Ace of Wands, Magician. Yeah, I like that because they're both kind of the beginning stages. How do I call in what I'm looking for? King of Wands in reverse. High Priestess. Yeah, this is trying things different. This High Priestess energy is very much Scorpio type of energy, where it's trusting your intuition. Your intuition is your heart space. Does this person emotionally fulfill me? Does this relationship emotionally fulfill me? But you have to get to a point where you trust it, and you're not there yet. And because you're not there yet, your guard is going to be up. You're going to be really hesitant to let somebody in, like truly let somebody in. Let's get any last messages here for Gemini. The energy is gaining momentum. So Gemini, this is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.